Hello, welcome to part 3 of social networking sites. And again, contact information for Work-Life Resource Ministry. Use the email address. Look at other videos. Networking meetings, second Tuesday of every month, are always free of charge. The grayed out areas are topics that were covered in this series and other video presentations. This one we're going to focus on setting up a LinkedIn account. There are lots of slides in this presentation. We're going to flip through them rather quickly so that we meet our 10-minute time presentation window. You can always go back, rewind the video, watch it as many times as you want, or send an email if you need more information or help. We'll be glad to help you out. First thing you want to do is go to linkedin.com, enter in your basic information there that you see, and hit the join button. Email addresses. A lot of people put their work email address, but if they're suddenly let go or if they leave the company, they may not remember what their password is, and if you request a new password, guess what? It goes to your work email address, which you may no longer have access to, so it's strongly recommended that you keep your personal email address. Obvious information to enter in with pull-down choices including zip code. I personally don't recommend using any kind of these auto systems that are going to look up your contacts in Yahoo and add them in. I just recommend that you keep them separate, and it's quicker to set up as well. When you've set up your account, in this particular case I used Yahoo email, you are going to have to go to it and confirm the link to make sure that you're not spamming it. That's what this link asks for. Here's the email that appeared in the Yahoo email address. You click on it to confirm the link, and now you get another box that you say yes. So from the LinkedIn side, you have to click on it and confirm it as well. So you received an email, then you have to go back to LinkedIn and click on it that you confirmed and received it. Now you start by entering your email address and your password, and then you sign in. Again, I don't recommend doing any kind of auto-connecting or sending out invites to your whole contact list. Just skip it and get the account set up. They're going to try to sell you a package for LinkedIn. Go to the bottom right-hand corner and just say skip this step, and you'll start out with a free profile. Next step would be to click the load profile. I do not recommend using any kind of auto import. Recommend that you add in your contacts manually. Here is your profile screen, and all these blue areas, you'd click on them to add in key fields and start entering those in. The more you enter in on your profile, the more chances are that you'll get found and that people will find you in search groups. Once you're done with your profile, now it's time to add in your contacts. In this particular case, I'm going to search for myself, Roman Budek, and I hit the enter key or the go. Hey, that looks just like me, so I'm going to click on that. There's two ways. First one would be to click on the in-mail, but remember, if you have a free account, you can only send 20 invites out at one time. Better approach is to say that you want to add them to your network. If you were to click on the box below Extend a Profile, you'd see more of that person's profile. It's not important for this case. I've clicked that I want to add that person to my network. It asks, how do I know it? A really good way to do it is to click on the We've Done Business Together, and then it lets you pull down what company you did business with, and you move on. If you pick any of these other groups, friend, other, I don't know, you are going to need the exact email address of the person. If that person is using a personal email address or a business email address, you have to know which one they're using for that account. Therefore, again, it's recommended you do the We've Done Business Together part. It sends out an invite to the person. The person has to accept it before they appear in your contact list and before you can be linked in together. The person, in this case, Roman Budek, accepted the invitation from TestLink, and now you're connected. The ways that you would accept an invitation is the person, in this case I'm looking from Roman Budek's email box or LinkedIn profile, it would say he has an invitation to connect. You'd click on that and you say accept. Be very careful of saying I don't know this user because 6 rejects in that person's account is disabled. It also is a caution for you not to go nilly-willy and and send out invites because your account may be locked out. This particular case, the invite was accepted, so when I'm looking at the contact list, I see my very first contact, Budak Roman. I'm going to left-click on it. Now I can see more of that person's profile. It shows how many connections that person has. I can see some of the connections if the person made them visible, and more of the profile is obvious, is visible. Clicking on the contacts is a good way. When you've made contact with a person, go through their contact list, see if there's somebody that you know. If you know that person, left-click on them, and you'll be able to send them an invite by the same approach we used before, clicking on we've done business together or whatever method you're going to use to invite them. Why do you want to find more contacts? The more contacts, first-degree contacts, which are people you're directly connected to, the more people you see on your list. A second-degree contact, which is a contact of your contact, you can see more information about them. You can see actual email addresses, and even third-degree contacts you can make information and find out information about them. In my particular case, 587 connections. That means I have access to over 178,000 contacts. Total is 7 million contacts. That allows you to see a lot of details you need to know for locating jobs, for finding contacts, for finding out what companies are doing. The total network in this case had 55 million. That number's gone up significantly. Also regionally and by industry, this chart shows that I know people in other countries, India, London, Houston area, as well as in civil engineering, electrical engineering, and so forth. How do you find new contacts? That's a key area for growing your database. You can direct search on them. You can find them in other people's contact lists. Look for people that have a large number of contacts. Those people are probably going to accept your invitation to connect. Recruiters also typically have a lot of contacts, and they're good people to contact and link up to. These are people that have searched my listing. If I was a paying customer, you'd be able to see a title. In this case, by scanning the list, I get a pretty good idea. I may know who the actual person was that was looking at my information. Joining groups is another key way of finding contacts. Click on a group and search on a directory. If you know a group name, in this case Job Hunter, you click on it and you search for it. There's the group. Left click on it. You ask to join, and now you set the options. Set a weekly or daily email that you want to receive. Join the group. Left click on it. Groups you do not join unless the moderator accepts you. Lots of ways to find out groups. Alumni groups from where you went to school. University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign has multiple groups, including one specific for the industry or college you graduated from. Engineering group, business group, and so forth. Previous employers are good ways to connect. And market segments. Look for groups in the area you're in. If you're in lighting or medical or Zigbee, join that group. You'll find contacts and discussions and so forth. Also by job occupation, there's groups if you're in sales and marketing or engineering. That's a good way to join. Regional groups. Don't limit yourself just to the Chicago area. Look to join Milwaukee, Minnesota, St. Louis. There's people that cross over in those areas. They may be a job opening or a business that's on the edge between Chicago or St. Louis, and you'd be able to get information on that. Religious or charitable organizations are also good to join as well. Here's some recommendations to look at. Again, the first couple is a generic Job Hunter one, a networking group. There's religious groups you can see, technical groups. There's regional groups for Chicago, St. Louis, and there's even a local one for the suburbs, Crystal Lake and Barrington. That's great to join. You may want to delete your online presence if people are finding you out. You can do each service one by one. There also is a service called Suicide Machine that would delete you off of multiple groups and services. Removing contacts, there may be a reason for you to remove them. Just click on the contact and click. It's hard to find that remove contact, so make sure you click on it. And then you have to click on this area too as well for remove contact. When you confirm removal, it is removed. How much information, that varies from what people say, but the more you fill out, the more information you get. Be careful what you post. The internet is available online all the time. Make sure you know what content you have posted. Any questions, let me know. Please be sure to follow up on the rest of this series.